Okay, passages 21 through 30. This is titled Quit Clowning Around. I'm going to be talking about, so we want to pay attention to the title first. Since 2004, membership in the World Clown Association has dropped from approximately 3,500 to around 2,500, and most other professional clown organizations have reported similar trends. Times have changed, and so this is knowing the proper transitions. Correct answer here, with the times. So, and with the times. So, and with them, because this word them is a pronoun renaming the times. So, and with them, the public's perception of clowns. The value of clown entertainment and the ability to secure reliable clowning employment, deterring many young people from joining the clown industry. In May of 2017, the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus gave its final performance. So this one, it's the final performance of whom? Of Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. So we need a pronoun. How are we going to rename them? Number 22, correct answer is using the pronoun version. Remember, C is not a word. This would be saying they are, and this is saying it is. So the only one that shows possession, renaming Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey Circus is its. It's the final performance of them. So this aging cultural institution could no longer compete. Where are we at? In the ever-expanding entertainment marketplace. And while those troubled by the circus's treatment of its animal performers may have applauded, the end of the circus may also have spelled the end for another group of performers, professional clowns. So this one we would leave no change because we are introducing, that's what the colon will do. It introduces what is this other group of professional performers. It is professional clowns. All right, so we want to just leave that and introduce. All right, on page 25 here, number 24. For decades, clowns supported themselves primarily by performing in circuses and at children's parties. Today, however, so now they're showing contrast, so we want to leave this, no change. Professional opportunities are drying up, so they used to do them at circuses and parties. Now they're having a tough time doing it. So it's comparing past decades to today. So showing contrast comparison, we use however. Most children now want familiar characters from TV shows or movies. 25 says, at this point, the writer is considering adding the following information, such as pirates, princes, and superheroes. So this is what you would add. Does it make sense to add this right here? And the correct answer for this one would be yes, because it illustrates the reason for the tarnishing. That means the bad part of clowns mentioned later in the paragraph. So, yep. All right, so we have to, the only way to get this right, you have to continue reading here to know what happens later on. Furthermore, the clown image itself has been tarnished by numerous representations of scary clown. Sorry, back up. This is wrong. The reason here, it provides specific examples of the character discussed in the sentence. So these are the characters, and then this is the next part. I skipped ahead to this one. So when they're talking about the scary clown, figures in works like Stephen King's 1986 horror novel It, Pennywise, right? The book has spawned 2 screen adaptations, so now it's saying which most effectively supports this point. This one is further cementing the impression that clowns are malevolent rather than assuming. So this one, even if you don't know this word, you should know the root word here. We have mal, which means bad, right? So you know that this is saying clowns are bad. Earlier it said clowns are scary, which is bad. So using that, even if we didn't know some of the vocabulary, correct answer here is B. Okay. On 27, undoubtedly though, the shutting down of circuses like Ringling Brothers has most significantly diminished the number of professional opportunities available to clowns. The fate of the Ringling Brothers was quickly hastened. So this one, even if you don't know what hasten means, you can see that all of these other options are being wordy, and redundant. They're all kind of the same here. So they have rapidly, quickly. There's not much difference between that. Accelerated. So the best answer here is the one that's different. Just say hasten. All right. By the removal of elephants from its performances in response to animal rights activists' sustained opposition to the circus's use of captive wild animals. I knew the show didn't have long after that, said former ringmaster Jonathan Lee Verso. We have a saying, the pegs of the circus tents are clowns and elephants. And then we have some transition stuff we have to understand. The best one here is indeed ticket sales followed an already downward trend after the removal of the elephants from the show, prompting the 2017 closing. So this is just adding another example. So we want indeed 29. Which choice most effectively suggests that the end of clowning profession is a real possibility? So however these challenges, correct answer here is need not herald the end of clowning profession, only its evolution. Clowns have existed in one form or another for hundreds of years, often radically adapting their appearance and performance style to suit the needs of the current culture. Perhaps it's time for a new generation of performers to reevaluate what has made clowning such a timeless entertainment tradition, to adapt it once again from the 21st century. So to get number 30 right, it talks about the previous passage as a whole. So you have to understand the main idea of the entire passage here. And then it says, to make the passage most logical, where should we put paragraph 2? Paragraph 2 should be before paragraph 1. So to understand this, you have to pay attention to all the paragraphs here. So we got to go all the way back here. Paragraph 2, this is introducing the history of clowning and all that stuff. We'd want to go and put that in front of that. But once again, this is a very hard question. So if you were struggling and you did that, you should just put a circle around this, circle it on your bubble sheet, and move on and realize I don't need to get every single question right to show college readiness, but I do need to be able to read stuff. And if I spend 5 minutes on this one, worried about 1 point, I'm going to miss some easy questions happening in the last passage. Okay. We'll get to the next passage in the next video.